All right, so now I'm doing the second problem on your page. I did fold my page up. If you can see, there's the one we did before. I folded up so we could see the notes at the top. I know you can see that easily on your page. So the next one says, a doctor reported 5.5% of the patients in the hospital have the flu. There are 650 patients in the hospital. How many have the flu? So let's just take a minute and let's think about what we have. We have the 5.5% that have the flu. I'm just going to circle 5.5% have the flu. Okay, so that's a percentage, and that will be our percent. And then we have, there are 650 patients in the hospital. But the question is, how many have the flu? So this sounds like the whole amount in the hospital. And then they want me to tell the part that has the flu, the part of the people that have the flu. So we're missing the part. So we're going to go ahead and set this up. So when I do part over whole, and guys, remember, I expect you to put words on these. So the part I don't know, but I know it's supposed to be the people who have flu. So X is people with flu. Which, by the way, then means the percent that I put over here, whatever I put, it's going to be talking about the people with the flu. Please write that down. Pause the video if you need to. Now, on the bottom, I'm talking about the whole amount. So the whole amount was 650 total patients. So 650 patients. And then the number that always goes down here is 100 because it's always standing for 100%. And that's 100% of the patients in the hospital, right? So notice we have the total amount of patients, we have the total percent. Up top, we have the X for people with flu, and then I need the percent of people with flu. So I know it, it's 5.5. All right, cool. So now that we have all that, I can start to solve this. So I'm going to do X times the 100, which is actually my favorite one, because when you divide by 100, it just moves the decimal. And then I do 650 times 5.5. And that gives me, wait, no decimal, sorry, 3,575. Now when I go and divide by 100 on each side, this is what I'm talking about. Dividing by 100 just moves the decimal twice. So this answer will be 35.75. And on the other side, I get the X. So the answer here is the number of people with flu. There's 35.75. Now you can't have a 0.75 of a person, so I can round. I can say there's about, that squiggly line means about 36. And look at my label, people with flu. All right. So if you look, it's like literally what I've been teaching you. I'm just now teaching you how it works with percentages. Like that's the only new thing I'm adding in, guys. Everything else is old. So let's go try the percent equation side. So we already had figured out that like the 5.5 was the percent, the patients was the whole, and we were looking for the part, right? So when I go fill it out, the part is the people who have the flu. So I'll come up with a letter for that, P. And that's equal to the percent. Now, the tricky part here is that I cannot write 5.5. Instead, I have to turn that percent into a decimal. And actually, I'm going to cross off this P for a minute. I'm just going to do the 5.5 thing for a minute. So if that's the percent in decimal form, we're dividing it by 100 or moving the decimal 2 places to the left. So it's going to be 0.055. So when I go to write 5.5% as a decimal, it is 0.055. All right, so now let me restart. So the part I don't know, the percent is 0.055, and the whole amount was the 650. So I fill that in. Now, for this one, because the P is already by itself, I don't need to do anything to get it alone. It's going to be P is equal to whatever the answer is to 0.055 times 650. So, of course, I got the same answer as I got before because it's the same problem. The answer comes up to be 35. Oh, gosh. Man, Miss Schrader, you need a break. 35.75, which we know would round to 36 because you don't have 0.75 of a person. So we'd say about 36 people in the hospital have the flu. All right. Please go pause this video, rewatch it if I confuse you somewhere. Make sure you have all these notes. Make sure that you ask questions if you're stuck. And then we'll go on to the last one.